Plaintiff Richard Bales and his girlfriend Amanda rented a room in the defendant's home, and they claim the defendant was disrespectful to everyone, including his own wife and children. Richard claims the defendant kicked him out after an altercation during which the defendant injured Amanda's cats. So he's suing for a rent refund and emotional distress. Defendant Austin Kilgore says Richard and Amanda claim to be Christians, yet they often had loud, obnoxious sex while other people were in the home. Austin insists Richard and Amanda moved out on their own, and he's countersuing for garage damages.
Start with you.
My girlfriend was friends with him going back through high school. I met him, and from the moment I met him, he's been disrespectful to his wife, disrespectful to his children, disrespectful to my girlfriend, to the point of yelling, cussing, treating everybody with disrespect as if they're dirt under his feet.
What are you saying, sir, over there?
And why did he live with me twice if I was so disrespectful to him?
I thought I could give him a second chance. I'm a person who tends to believe the best out of everybody else. And this last time was enough.
All right, before we get to the last time, which is what you're suing for, obviously, let me hear from you. You want to give me a little background on your association with the plaintiff?
Well, first off, I want to say the plaintiff and the witnesses are liars, and they call themselves to be Christian.
What do you mean they call themselves
Christians? They want to call themselves Christians, but I don't know of Christians that have loud, obnoxious sex.
I do.
I
know a lot of Christians. Go ahead.
With my kids.
What do you mean obnoxious, though?
She thinks it's the end of the world. She thinks it anyways.
I think we're all of our minds are turning, so go ahead. We'll just leave it to our own imaginations.
Okay. Well, I was just trying to say that, I mean, she's loud and she can't control herself when there's other people in the house.
Go ahead, sir.
I also want to...
What other problem do you have other than jealous of him and his abilities?
Well, I'm not jealous of him.
Go ahead.
I want to also say that I don't know a Christian.
You married?
Yes, sir.
What's your wife do? Cry? When y'all having sex, you gonna talk about what this man
sleeps.
Yeah, she sleeps. She goes to sleep. He's right. That's disrespectful what you started out doing. Now, what's this other part you're telling me about?
Well, we all went to have a family trip going to Florida, and she decided to do sexual activities while we're going down the road.
Here you go
I did
again.
not.
Well,
go ahead. All right. What problem did that cause?
and she slapped me in the face with her dirty hand.
Whatever.
Such a lie.
Okay. I must have been in another vehicle.
Let's get into the case regarding the rent refund, sir, and the emotional distress.
I have it all written down here for you.
Tell me.
The total of the rent was, we were kicked out with 3 months left in the rent, totaling $350 each month, plus the emotional distress.
Okay, tell me how you all were kicked out first and for what reason.
He had a basement that we rented, and he took it upon himself every day to come home and nitpick and complain, treating myself and my girlfriend like we were his children. I paid to live there. I paid a lump sum to live there for 6 months. I'm a grown adult. So he came home. We got in a verbal disagreement. He proceeded to harm my girlfriend's cats. My girlfriend's cat had already cut open his foot. He proceeded to, after he told us that he wanted us out in a week, and I told him he cannot do that, he proceeded to say, "You want to bet?" Picked up the cat cage and proceeded to throw it outside. I grabbed the cat cage. We got in another verbal disagreement. He got in my face and I shoved him on the ground. I mean, a grown man gets in another grown man's face, spitting and yelling.
You're supposed to try to walk away.
I tried.
All right.
I did, but
that's
that
all
was
you're
the
required
third
to do
time
is
he
try.
got in my face.
Plaintiff Richard Bales and his girlfriend Amanda rented a room in the defendant's home, and the defendant claims they often had loud, obnoxious sex.
All right. Now, the rent refund, what is that for?
I paid him up front 6 months.
How much was that?
That was 6 months of $350.
Let's see.
Didn't have it written down.
You should know if you're suing him for a specific amount.
I paid he has the lease agreement, obviously.
Let's see what you have there, the lease
Actually-
agreement. You gave him $2,100 for 6 months.
6 months.
And how many months did you stay?
3 months.
And you left because of the incident?
I left because he threatened to kill me if I came to get my stuff without his permission and on his terms. And I have a police report for that.
All right. And when you ask for your rent refund, what has he told you?
He told in front of 2 officers that when I got my stuff out, I would get my refund. And since then, he has told me he's not going to pay me a dime.
Sir, let me hear from you.
First off, I want to say we did get an altercation. He did. I did proceed to help him out, and then when
What does that mean, help him out? Help him out the door?
because I was aggravated.
Is that what
and-
you call it, help him out?
Yes, sir.
Assaulted him?
I didn't assault him.
Go
He
ahead.
assaulted my
me.
animals.
Assaulted your animals, you
Yes.
say. Go ahead.
Well, I don't consider assaulting animals. The animals was in a kennel, and the kennel was
Go
off the
ahead.
ground.
The bottom line is you forced him to leave or he left on his own, one way or the other. Because of the fight, you all separated, and that's good. Now what?
When the cops was called, the cops told us what the law was. He knows the law. He says that I didn't have to make Richard leave. Richard had all the rights to live there. And Richard said, okay. He told me he doesn't have to make me pay him the money back. That's why we're here. And then he asked Richard in front of me, he said, what are you going to do? He said, well, I'm going to leave.
All right, and you say you don't have to refund him the money. Why?
I never said that. I have proof showing that
Okay.
I'm actually trying to make payments to him.
$20 a week. I mean,
Gotcha. $11.38 for the garage. How does he owe you for garage damages?
Because their cats were cut on a glass and unmaintained, and their blood was everywhere in my garage, and it has
How
stained
were they cut?
by a glass that the cat knocked over.
Oh, cat
And
knocked
I have
over.
pictures of the crate and the cat blood on the concrete.
Sir, what do you say about that? Let's see it, please.
the blood that was on the crate were caused because, and the crate, if you look at the pictures, is a fabric crate. He caused the blood to reopen on the cat's foot by slinging the crate out the garage.
How about the original accident, sir?
I wasn't there. I was actually at work.
Plaintiff Richard Bales and his girlfriend Amanda rented a room in the defendant's home, and the defendant claims they often had loud, obnoxious sex.
What am I missing, sir? You want $1,100 for what? What is this?
That's the quote I got for $1,100 to get my garage.
What
stuff.
is that, though?
That's cat blood
On what?
on my concrete.
In your garage?
Yes, sir.
That I scrubbed up before we had the altercation.
And you have an estimate that says to remove this blood
To
off
bleach
of
it
this
and
small
restain it.
slab will cost $1,100. Pressure wash and bleach. I don't know much about this type of work, but is that about right? I have
No,
no
I used to
idea
work-
what it costs to pressure wash and bleach. But if it costs $1,100, I'm going to get into the business. I don't know now, but I will know soon. What do you say it might cost, sir? I have no idea.
I used to work for a contracting company. A house itself that a guy did cost maybe set us $350 to $400.
Yeah, this little slab of concrete, sir, is not costing that. You've agreed to repay him. Your only defense is that he wouldn't accept your terms of repayment. And I'm going to grant him his judgment of $1,050. Sir, this emotional distress, you all fighting and going through all of what you went through,
But-
you should have moved earlier or done something else to try and prevent all the emotional distress you guys went through, and therefore I'm going to grant you the $1,050, and I'm going to grant you $50 for the bleach on this slab of concrete. So $1,050 for you and $50 for you. Have a good day, gentlemen. That's it.
I have nothing to say to him.
Sorry it came to this. You got what you deserved.
You.
All right.
Got a legal question? Go to AskJudgeMathis.com for the answer.